My mission on this earth is to connect people to the magic of nature, to thrive physically and globally. Hi, my name's Hayley Weatherburn and welcome to Thriving with Nature. Hello! Climbing a tree? It's time to do the morning process. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Thrivers, and welcome to my garden very early in the morning. This morning I want to go through the morning process that Anastasia talks about in the book and what I plan on doing every now and then. It's been a few days that I haven't been able to do it because it's been raining early in the morning, and it really didn't need me to come in and sprinkle a bit of my essence and water. It would have been diluted a bit, I think, in the rain. So today is a beautiful day, and yeah, I'm going to go through the morning process. So she talks about, if you have a garden, she talks about walking around in the garden, going in and if you feel compelled to touch a plant. So, you know, just going up to a plant, and if you feel compelled to it, just touching it, talking to it, really connecting with your garden. I've got this beautiful arugula here that I'm touching, and just really gentle and saying, good morning, how are you this morning? Really connecting with your plants. And we've been sleeping overnight, obviously, and you've got your essence, but there's this life, there's this sweaty ooziness of your goodness that we want to share into the garden so that the plants can read what's going on for you. This is the hypothesis. And so my thoughts are that we're sharing both toxins, so what might be negative going on, and also microbes. There might be some kind of maybe potential microbe exchange or some kind of situation there. Either way, we will explore more, but let's get into doing the morning process. The first thing I have is here in Bali, I got a beautiful coconut-like container. So the water that comes out of the tap here, I feel is quite polluted. So what I do is I have a bucket of water, and I let it sit in the sun for a little while, so all chemicals at least I know the chlorine will evaporate and everything. And it's the best way, and it's been raining, so it'll be filled with some rainwater, which is lovely. And so I'm just going to scoop a little bit of this, and I'm going to step into my garden and rinse over my body and just shake that water onto my plants in my garden and give them that information. So let's do this. I just wanted to wash my body. I wash my armpits because I figure there's a lot of toxins and things, my feet, my face, and just sprinkle and shake that water that's just come on off your body onto the plants. I even touched a couple of the plants. So ideally, Anastasia talks about walking around in your garden in bare feet, which, you know, I do as well. I like to come out into the garden in the morning and have a little conversation with my plants and see what's going on, see what's been happening overnight, what insects are here, what's going on in the garden, and just communicating and really connecting with your garden. So for me, this is my experiment for the control. I will just pour a little bit of water over and sprinkle it like I have with here, but not touching my body. That's the whole process. I just want to compare. It's also a beautiful ritual to come in and connect. So what I will do is I will put a bit more water on my body and go through the rest of my garden as well, because it's just a way to connect. It's really refreshing. Obviously, if it's winter for you, it's a little bit cold. She talks about if you have grass. I don't really have much grass. I've got tiny little patches. But if you have grass, to go and lay down for a little while. And if little bugs walk on you, to let them do that if you can withstand it. Obviously, if it's a deadly spider or bug, probably want to wash it off. But just little bugs, if you find that they're coming on you, she claims that they help clean out the pores. I have little ants that come in, and I've gotten used to them just crawling on my body, and I can tell they stop and they find something, I don't know, and then they keep going. So I've really looked at insects and bugs a lot differently since I've come here. I get excited when I see them flying around. But yeah, so that's really the morning process. Let me just summarize. So you come down around sunrise, you in your bare feet, you haven't have showered, you've come out of bed, and you just rinse yourself off. You can go lay in some grass. If you have, she actually says, if you have a little pond or something, to go into the pond, to that fresh water, and then just walk around your garden and just shake the water off. For me, I'm creating this sort of portable, it's not necessarily portable, but a smaller version of the Living Supplement Garden, where I want people who don't have full gardens to still have this experience of the Living Supplement Garden. And so that's why I have, make sure your water doesn't have chemicals in it, and make sure it's some kind of fresh water. And just, I've made a hole in the center of the Living Supplement Garden so you can stand in and connect and be in the garden, and you're not stepping on the plants to destroy them, and you can just shake it off. But it's a really beautiful process. I want to share a little bit extra this morning. I've got beautiful birds in the background. Something that Anastasia shares amongst this whole process in chapter 11. She said, the chief physician is your own body. Right from the start, it is endowed with the ability to know which herb be used and when, how to eat and breathe. It is capable of warding off disease even before its outward manifestation. And nobody else can replace your body, for this is your personal physician, given individually to you by God and personal only to you. I'm telling you how to provide it with the opportunity to act beneficially on your behalf. If you make connections with the plants in your garden plot, they will take care of you and cure you. They will make the right diagnosis all by themselves and prepare the most effective medicine especially designed for you. So she does talk that, and she talks about it a little bit further on in regards to, sorry Anastasia, in regards to the way she eats. I can't remember if it's in the first book or another book later, how we generally, like walking along and just sort of understanding plants. If you really are connected and you really are understanding plants, your body will know. It may even just be like, oh, I'm really drawn to this leaf. I'm going to pick it. Oh, it's mint. Smell. And just nibble on it. Because I've been attracted to having a bit of this plant. The other day I was really attracted to the leaves of the tomato, and I did a bit of research. I'm like, can you eat a leaf of a tomato? And you could. And I was like, okay, my body might be craving something from that leaf. So I pulled off some leaves and nibbled on it. And so as you're walking in the garden, if you're feeling compelled to Nibble. Obviously, there's a disclaimer. We have lost so much connection with plants that we don't necessarily know. So if you're a little bit unsure, you're feeling attracted to nibble on a leaf, double check and research that it is definitely the right type of plant, that you can eat the leaf, that it's not poisonous, it doesn't need to be cooked. There's all sorts of things to think about here. But I know for a fact that I can just nibble on some peppermint and oh, it's like I've just brushed my teeth. So part of us thriving with nature, we have to get reacquainted and connect with her. Get to know your plants. Have that connection where you're rinsing your body off, because it really starts to bring us back to nature and to understand. Anyway, so that has been the morning process. That you don't have to do it every single day. Like I said, the last couple of days it has been raining, so there was really no point. But I still like to come out, and the first thing in the morning is connect and see what's going on in my plants and say good morning to them. And I'll be sharing some research on the difference of connecting to your plants and what that makes. So yeah, anyway, I want to wish you a fabulous day and good luck. You can start the morning process right now. You can go out to your garden first thing in the morning, rinse yourself off and just shake a bit of the water off and connect, and just reacquaint yourself with your garden. Connect, so we can all be thriving with nature. Make sure you stay tuned for the evening process that's coming up soon, and some other exciting stuff along the lines of the living supplement garden and how we can thrive with nature. Hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you're ready for when that next video comes out. Until then, see you in the next video. For more information, you can visit thrivingwithnature.com. See you next week.